that now, instead of just a bar, I'm more or less comfortably repping 45-pound weights.
Each side.
Yeah.
So a plate each side.
A plate, right? Which
Yeah.
I've never been able to do before.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's all about getting into the groove and being comfortable with your surroundings.
Absolutely. Now, the lifestyle behind it, from my side at least, to give an idea, going back to a few years ago, or actually rewinding even further, my first exposure to the gym world was as a kid, because my dad, he was a really big guy. He was 6 foot and he weighed 240, had almost 21-inch arms. Like,
Still
huge.
don't know what that means.
Well, he was extremely muscular and strong.
Okay.
So, big dude.
Right.
And he trained with a lot of guys from Arnold's time because they train at World's Gym when it used to exist over in Venice.
Worlds?
Yeah, World's Gym.
Okay. It's a really
That was
weird name
over,
for a gym.
There's the other gym that they'd like to go to besides Gold's Gym in Venice because
Everybody
a lot
needs
of- a
two
lot of
gym
people-
memberships.
a lot of people fangirl and they're like, hey, yeah, can I take a picture? And when they wanted to get a more serious workout in, they'd ignore the nostalgia. They'd go to Worlds because it was all intense bodybuilders. People who were there.
It was a place for people that,
Yeah.
were there to do it.
They were all serious fitness people. Like even the women were extremely conditioned. Like it was crazy.
Yeah.
So, I was, as a kid, my dad would bring me with me because I'm an only child and, parents are divorced. So when I was with him, I'd go with him in the mornings when you go to train.
Right.
And, I'd just walk in, mind you, as a 10-year-old kid, I'm,
Seeing these people with arms the width of your body.
yeah, like I'm like, holy Christ. You look up and it's like you're looking at statues.
Right.
Like how is this real? How the heck are you that big?
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of lit a fire under my ass, and I was eager to start, training.
Mm-hmm.
And the guys noticed that, and they were like, "Whoa, okay, well, we're not going to put him on weights." And they call my dad Joe. It's not his name, but that's what they called him. It was like his quick name,
Nickname.
his Americanized name.
Yeah.
And I was eager to start, training.
Mm-hmm.
And the guys noticed that, and they were like, "Whoa, okay, well, we're not going to put him on weights." And they call my dad Joe. It's not his name, but that's what they called him. It was like his quick name,
Nickname.
his Americanized name.
Yeah.
So like,
How hard is it to say Giuseppe?
yeah, but they're just like Joe. So
Lazy.
He was like, "Okay, well, if you want to start training, you're not going to do any weights. You're going to do body weight." I was like, "Okay." So they start showing me. They showed me the basics of squats and lunges and calf raises for my legs. And then for upper body, the typical push-ups, dips, chin-ups, pull-ups, even handstand push-ups for the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing all of that. And they threw the little nickname around the gym as the Lunge King because one day this guy threw a smart-ass remark at me. And I was like, "Oh, well, if you're doing 5 sets of 200 lunges, why not just do 1,000 in one set?" So I came back the following week and I did. So
Nice.
So from that moment forward, they gave me that title as like a 12-year-old as Lunge King. So then 12 years old hits and I start doing weights for my legs only.
Mm-hmm.
So I started incorporating
Because your legs are
things
more
like,
developed than your arms are.
well, that and just so I don't put any tension on my spine since I was growing. So things like
Just compressed discs and stuff.
like leg extensions, leg curls, the seated calf raises, which even then that was moderate. It was never like doing like what we do, like really intense with the heavy weight. It was moderated. And then leg press because they didn't want me doing barbell squats just because of the impact that would have on me and trying to balance it. It's like it was too much, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then 14 hits and I start doing upper body as well. I got into it for a while and then I went through a dumb rebellious phase like, oh, I can't listen to what my dad's telling me. So screw you, Dad. I got into road cycling and I got really thin in high school. I was 5'10", still am, but I was 5'10", and I weighed at my lightest. I was
Still
128
am.
pounds.
You were what?
128 pounds.
Okay.
I was
I was that weight at one time too.
Jesus.